I suppose we should knock.
Please do the honors.
All right. The Snowy Owl?
Yes. Hold on one moment.
Of course, take your time.
Good evening.
Good
Hello?
evening.
I received your message.
Yes, it has been a few days since we last talked, and the professor should be getting in soon. We were hoping to perhaps have a conversation before he arrives.
Very well. Should I retrieve Denigi, Ulikuk, and Enuma?
Of course. Right, Arcelia? That should be...
If you would like, we can meet in one of the lobbies. That way we have some space to talk.
A lounge?
Yes.
Certainly.
Very well. They gather up the rest of their group, begin to head down to one of the lounges where you are located.
Once they are settled, I will gesture towards them. Our intentions are to head towards the crown of the world. We will be perhaps making our way through the Shudderwood first. How have you been finding the last few days?
Honestly, it has been very peaceful. We have been taking in the sights of this city. I must say that it is a rather strange place than what we are used to.
Strange to us as well, I think. And I look to Yara.
Yes, indeed. But it is, its own charm, I suppose. Lots of academia and whatnot over here. Did you at least, take some time to enjoy the city?
Yes. The food is quite different, but enjoyable nonetheless.
Very good. So, I suppose we wanted to just touch base, yes, Arcelia?
What are your expectations with the travel ahead? Do you have a plan or an idea of what is to happen?
Travel will be difficult. The crown of the world is extremely hazardous for those that do not know its ways. Luckily, we have traveled there before. Any camping supplies, any climbing supplies, and cold weather gear that you can acquire will be most helpful. Food will also be difficult to come by. Gathering supplies will assist, but the travel itself will be dangerous and extremely cold.
Right.
So I suppose then the question is, would you all still like to travel together? Yes?
Yes, I believe that we can still help each other.
Very good. We may have a little bit of a lead on the mappings for some of the Shutterwood, or most. There is a cartographer among Gatewalkers staying here.
That is most fortunate.
Mm.
Do you know where the gate is?
That I do not think so.
We can try to speak with the cartographer and pinpoint where it might be.
That will be our first step.
Indeed.
Do you have an idea of when you would like to leave?
Well, ideally after we speak with Dr. Ritalson, of course. He should be returning, I believe, on the morrow. Hopefully.
Soon. Give or take a day.
gives us time to gather our supplies and prepare and whatnot, I suppose.
Speaking of the doctor, I would like to speak plainly if that's all right with you, Snowy Owl. We have been spending some time together, and I think we've been through much. The road ahead will require trust. So, in the spirit of transparency, the doctor that we're meeting soon might know more than we do about what is going on. And I look hesitantly at Yara. You can tell I'm waiting if I should continue or not.
I would like to glance around and see if perhaps any servants or any other of the Gatewalkers or anyone might be lurking around.
Please make a perception check.
27.
Yes. So it's pretty late at the moment. Keeping in mind this, older mindset that most people kind of like wake with the dawn in these times. It's just kind of like easier to exist at those times. That it's probably like around 10 p.m. So this is like usually people are in bed by now in these kinds of times. You can see like Snowy Owl looks exactly the same as the last time. Doesn't seem bothered at all by the time of day. And just says, "Please speak plainly, as you say. I sense that there is some reticence on your part."
I will give a small nod to Arcelia to continue.
We received a letter from the doctor that encouraged us to pursue assisting you before you became Snowy Owl, to join with you to Sakoris, and mentioned that all of our questions would be answered with his arrival here to the manor. I do not know why he has information. I do not know how. I just wanted to warn you in advance. We might hear things we might not desire.
Understood. I expect that we will all hear things that we will struggle with from what you have spoken of with this Dr. Ritalson. I am curious how the doctor knew about me, or should I say, knew about Sakuachi.
I suppose the only thing it's possible perhaps someone saw us, but I doubt it. There are scrying magics and whatnot in existence.
Yes.
That could be a possibility.
Also, just to sort of emphasize this, Snowy Owl is in a sort of, looks mostly like Sakuachi on the outside. No glowing eyes, no wings, or anything like that. It's been much toned down. There's definitely a different way that they are carrying themselves, and I think that's readily apparent to both of you. But on the outside, they don't look like they have, sort of joined with a god.
Yeah, so it's sort of only people who know her well, or know them well, would know that this has happened. All right.
Particle effects are turned down.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes, well, we wanted to express that there is no deceit on our part. We are just as uninformed as you are. But I hope that we discover something that will help us together.
Out of curiosity, did you Did any of you speak with any of the Gatewalkers or locals around here? Did you learn anything of the doctor or of the manor or of anything?
No, we have spent most of our time outside the manor. It was recommended to me by the rest of my companions. An opportunity to see a new place.
It is a good thing to see the world.
Indeed. There's a lot to learn here in Liebstadt.
And the places that we come from are only a small part of it.
Yes. The world has changed much. A strange, but not unpleasant place.
Is there anything you wish to ask of us? It has been some time since we have spoken.
The only thing that I wish to ask is for your understanding. I know that this may be difficult for you to comprehend. Sakawachi and Rune together now as Snowy Owl. But please know that Sakawachi did so of her own will, and Rune never wished her any harm and will proceed their best to protect her.
Of course. It was of her choosing, so we shall be supportive as we can.
That is all that I ask.
Very good. All right. Celia, did you have any other things to touch on or anything?
I do not think so. However, I do have a request in return, Snowy Owl. I ask that you put faith in us, myself and my companions. We want to do the right thing, and we will help you as far as we can.
Sakawachi's faith in you is strong, and from what I have seen, she has made the right choices.
That is very kind. But it is getting quite late.
Yes, I suppose we should let you all rest and try to pick up the pieces on what we have to prepare for the coming journey, I suppose. See if we can meet with our cartographer friend and whatnot.
Yes.
The progress they have made.
Your
You will have a...
your perception check tells you that there was nobody watching while you were having this conversation.
I would nod to our Celia, curtsy to our companions, and I suppose we're going to try and make our way over to find our cartographer friend, see if we can find out about how much longer the map is going to take and whatnot, since he's making a copy.
Sure. Yeah, so I imagine you'd find Isanden. I think that was her name. Where is it?
Yes, Isanden. Isanden.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you would have caught Isanden before he was heading to bed, and I think, I think he would say that that he would have just given you the copy of the map at that time. He would have just said, "Yes, I have it for you. I just finished it before I was about to head to bed, but here you are."
Thank you. That is quite kind. We have still not heard anything on the ghost side of things.
looks good.
Oh, was this not the person we talked to about the ghosts, Arcelia?
No, we
I'm sorry.
did
I don't
try
know
to
what you
find.
mean about a ghost.
Well, if you hear anything on ghosts, let us know.
Oh no, we're starting this person down a line, a new side quest. Looking at the map very quickly, is there any mark of the Ayudara on it?
Yes, there is. Sandin would have definitely made a mark there. Yeah, it's basically east of Liepestad in the Shutterwood, kind of like smack dab in the middle.
All right. We did, however, try to investigate the basement as per your recommendation.
What did you find?
Unfortunately, nothing.
Well, perhaps when the doctor returns, you will be able to find out more.
Oh, we certainly will ask questions.
Indeed.
Looking at this person at the mention of the basement, does their curiosity and just attention to it seem genuine?
Make a perception check.
Okay. 30.
Yeah, sort of perked up a little bit when you mentioned it. Definitely seems to be curious.
If we discover anything, I'll be sure to let you know.
Thank you.
And thank you, Ayosandin. Appreciate it kindly.
You're welcome. Good evening.
Good evening. Well, Yara, I suppose I will be heading to bed.
Yes. I will begin making preparations for us so that we are ready to go.
Good. Let me know if you need anything. Otherwise, I'm going to go draw a bath.
Ah, wonderful. Enjoy it. Might be the last one for a while.
Yes. We're going to a very cold place. Enjoy the heat while you can.
Indeed.
Meanwhile,
I know the others mentioned the office, but I don't have a good feeling about it. I also don't want to keep having to break into everything, you know, it's just... If I'm going to break into it, I'd rather break into it. These lockpicks and all this stuff is just... It was just a hobby, and I wouldn't turn it into something that I do all the time.
How many times have you attempted this?
Here or overall?
I don't... Well... that is up to you. It could have information there we'd wished for, but... it is a risk.
Fine. I'll do it.
Oh, I was not trying to
No, that's
pressure
fine.
you.
Yes, I understand how it works.
No, I was...
You're very good at
Okay.
manipulating Orastok, I get it. I'm going to do it.
I am...
You have to be a lookout.
I am?
Yes.
I don't think I was ever told that before.
Something in your eyes. I don't know. All right.
Should we? Well, if you wish, we could get Karun. Karun is...
Oh.
more
This is supposed to be a
ethically
stealth mission,
inclined
right?
to go places she knows she should not.
Yes, with a gun and drugs. If I find out that we're probably going to end up blacked out in the middle of the room and get caught.
Perhaps we should not go to her then.
Then again, she could gas the place and probably knock everyone else out, and we have free reign to do what we want.
Well, if there is people around, we will not do anything.
That'd be the better plan.
I think better than gassing people, yes.
All right. Let's swing by and see if the coast is clear, so to speak, and if it is, then I may slip my tools inside that door hole. If not, then I'll We'll just keep walking by.
Very good.
All right. I'll check. I'll be stealthy, but I won't be suspiciously so. More calm-natured walking, not looking suspicious. I'll give you a signal you can come with. I think it'd be even more weird if both of us illuminate around the door.
All right, I will just look at this painting. I just kind of stare at the wall, where maybe hopefully a painting is, and if there isn't, I'm staring at a wall.
I mean, you could stare at both things. I mean, you are a lizard, right? You just
That's a chameleon, and that doesn't feel right.
All right,
Lizard
I'm
folk.
okay.
going to make our way. I'll break off from Arashtak once we get in view and casually walk down the hole.
Yeah. Go ahead and make me a stealth check.
25.
Okay. Malavik saunters sort of casually, looks like he's gonna lean on the door or something.
I'm guessing no one's around. Or do I need to make a perception check?
Yeah, absolutely make a perception check.
26.
Okay. I'm going to say that you notice that you hear some footsteps. You hear some like stairs creaking, maybe some wood creaking like down the hall.
I'll wait. I'll signal to a Rostok. And then I'll just kind of lean against the wall. I'll pull out like the notepad that Arcelia gave me, and I'll be scribbling in it. While kind of looking up and writing in it at the same time. Just to see who passes, if there's a patrol, so to speak, what their pattern is.
You hear like a conversation. The voices sound familiar. It sounds like Lunja and Takuzo having a conversation like near the stairs.
Well, I do know both of them like to talk, especially Takuzo. When we get him started, he won't stop. So I'll casually turn around and I'll drop my notebook on the ground, and I will kind of bend over halfway and then try the lock.
Okay. Go ahead and make a thievery check. Oh, actually, hold on. I might have a thing for this. Hold on. Hold, please. I might have a thing for this.
Power of Foundry.
Yes.
If you bring up an actual lock and have to do a Skyrim thing.
Let's see here. I think I do have a thing, but I don't know where it is. So just make a check for now.
Right, here we go. Thievery.
Yep.
25.
Okay, I actually need to check because that is just enough. You just barely do it, Malavik. So I imagine that this is like pretty challenging for you.
Yes, because I'm not concentrating on it like I normally do. I'm kind of passing by the lock and trying to jimmy it real fast while picking up my notebook. And right when I'm about to give up, I hear, And while going down in my notebook, I will slip into the door and then close it gently. And that should be a sign for Rasha if he doesn't see me that I made it in. And if he doesn't pay attention, then he doesn't pay attention.
17. I imagine you don't notice because Malavik is
that
trying
was
to be
my
stealthy.
ideal. Yeah, I do like the art here. I don't understand it, but I like it.
Well, I won't know the difference until time passes, but hopefully he'll be a lookout and not just stare at the wall the whole time. So yeah, I'll be in the room. I have dark vision. I'm gonna leave the room dark. And in my head, I'm like, I don't know what they want me to look for.
You've been inside the office before. This is probably where you first had conversations with your team that was going out to check out the Ayudara initially, much earlier on in your meeting with Dr. Ritalson. The doctor's office, I imagine, is much what you'd expect. There's a lot of books, a lot of...
before you get started, I locked the door back after a while when I noticed that.
You locked the door on your way in.
It locks from the inside, right?
No. It would have a keyhole on both sides.
Interesting. Okay, then I won't do that then.
Yeah. Like, it would, they're older doors, so they require keys to lock the door or unlock it.
Okay.
It's not like our modern doors.
Yeah, well, if I don't give them a reason to come in here, they won't come in. So, yeah, go ahead, continue.
The doctor's office is much like I think you might imagine. There's lots of notes and things here, tall bookcases with lots of books filling them. There is a big, heavy wooden desk that's there that has various papers and things strewn about it. The doctor has, I imagine, like a window overlooking the courtyard. There's like a small balcony that leads from the window. Heavy curtains. There's this place is where it seems like Dr. Ritalson will do much of his studying, or like I imagine just sitting and taking care of any sort of mannerly tasks, or I would imagine you also see probably different like supplies and things that were here that have been there's like some climbing gear, there's some like I think you would see probably some furs and things like that.
Do I see any notes that were left out? Folders, binders, or
Make
an area
a
that
perception
would have
check.
it? 32.
You see one. It's maybe on the floor, actually. Over by where you see some of these supplies. There's something written on this note that immediately catches your eye. It says, it's one of those things where where you see like something, notes have been taken, and because you see a word that you are currently thinking about or is in your periphery, it jumps out at you. Have you ever had that kind of thing happen? Yeah. You see written on this note, Sakuachi.
So does it look like, from it being on the floor, and if it's containing somebody that important, I would think that he was in a rush probably and dropped it and forgot it.
You can make maybe an intelligence check of some kind.
What is intelligence in this game?
I mean...
You mean just a flat check?
No, I mean like one of the
Arcana?
one of the intelligence-based things.
Okay.
I would say you can make... I don't really have any lore that might help you here.
Well, more of doing like an investigation look. So it's just like looking at if something was like moved or knocked, or like, you know, if it, maybe his bag that he carries all his information in got pulled and knocked and it knocked the
Make a
folders to the
survival
floor.
check then.
Sure.
Anything that has stars on it to show it's important.
Ew, I'll reroll that.
17 getting rerolled.
21.
Since you see these supplies and the note on the floor, you're learning how to read Common, and you recognize the word probably says Sakawachi on it. The way that this is positioned, it definitely looks like it was dropped, maybe like in a hurry, leaving the office. The fact that there is like this the climbing gear, that these like furs and whatnot. Sakawachi's name is written down here. I don't know necessarily if you can imagine what the connection is between all of these things.
Yeah.
But the fact that he had Sakawachi's name written down and just kind of like dropped it in a hurry means it was something that he was definitely interested in Sakawachi in some way.
I will pick this folder up and put it in my chest plate area. It's in my head. I'm like, looks like it was dropped in a hurry. He won't be missing it if it's not missing from here. If he's missing it, he would think that he dropped it somewhere else. So I'll pick it up and stuff it, and then I'll continue to look around. To see if I can find anything else of importance. I'm going to look through his drawers, or maybe look for a place that seems like it's more important than others.
Okay. So the office is fairly large. Like, it's not the size of like the lounges or the conservatory or anything. But for like someone's office, it's pretty big. It's like,
that's good for me, because I'm a pretty big guy and want to like knock things over.
Oh, I mean, this manor it's very spacious. I mean, you've probably never been in a house or anything that's quite this spacious. Tall ceilings, you know. The office is large, and you begin to kind of look around. How long do you want to do this for?
A good bit. I'm
You're
also
staying here
waiting
until you find something. Is what you're getting at. Okay.
Yeah, correct. Because I was waiting for a Rosh talk, and I didn't get. So if he didn't come in the 15, 20 minutes I was looking at already, then I'm just gonna figure that he's being a lookout at this point.
Is that what you're doing, Arashtak?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
Once, probably after maybe 5 minutes or so, would look over and see that he's missing now, finally, and then I would begin to keep some sort of lookout.
Okay. Very well. So 15, 20 minutes. Begin to like look through stuff. Yeah. So I imagine there's a lot of what you would expect in here. Lots of like research books, stuff that, you know, is a little bit maybe beyond your reading comprehension.
Do I find anything with our names on it?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Anything concerning the whale or?
Nope.
Okay.
You start like rifling through drawers and stuff like that. There's I think what you would imagine in the drawers and stuff, there's like notepads, and there's, you know, like pens and pencils. There's probably some like rulers and stuff like that, just like anything.
Recordings?
No recordings. There's no phonograph in here. There's a fireplace. There's another door in here. There's a
fireplace.
Mm-hmm.
Something to click in my head when I see the fireplace, and I'll tell myself, maybe we're looking in the wrong fireplace the whole time. We just heard it was a fireplace. It wasn't the one that we were in the living room. Maybe the key could be in this fireplace. I would like to search the fireplace.
Sure. There's no fire that's there at the moment. This one's significantly smaller than the other one. It's not like a walk-in kind of fireplace, but you can kind of like get down in there and like try and like look around. It's a little bit awkward, you know, because it's not nearly as big as the other one.
If this key was to go to his lab, why the heck would he put it out in the open? It would make more sense for him to stash it in his office in a fireplace. It's a place that people would typically not look.
Sure. Give me a perception check.
23.
Okay. You begin kind of like trying to, you know, I imagine you kind of almost have to get on the floor to kind of like get in there and like look around. It's really hard to see. Stuff is covered in soot. You start like feeling around in there, trying to find anything. I mean, it just kind of feels like a smooth, soot-covered stone, you know, texture in there. You don't seem to find anything.
Okay. I will take some cloths, wipe my hands down to make them as clean as possible, and just say, it's too clean. Anybody that's too clean means there's something they're hiding. And I'll continue to look in. Is there any other doors in here?
Yeah, there's a door.
Okay. Does it have a opening at the bottom? Or is it completely sealed?
It's not nearly like as secure a door as the other one.
I want to put my face down there and see if I can feel any air coming from it.
Absolutely can.
Since this was in a locked office, is that door locked?
It is.
I will go into this door.
You are going to try to open this lock?
Yes.
Okay. Make a thievery check.
26. I'll slowly peek in.
Okay. There is a spiral staircase past the door.
This would be a really good time to have some kind of mind language to share with the others, but I'm in here now. Just keep going. I'll close the door. Slowly.
Okay.
And
are
then,
you going down, or are you just closing the door?
Is it down or up?
It's down.
Oh, yes. I'll close the door. Just in case someone comes in here and nothing's amiss.
I just want to be clear. You're going inside and closing the door behind you?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll peek down to see if there's any light coming from anywhere.
There is no light coming from down there.
And then I will slowly make my way down the stairs.
Okay. This is interesting to you, Malavik, because this seems pretty well constructed. There's an odd smell.
Oh.
It's make a survival check, I think.
29.
This is a little reminiscent of the cistern in that it's almost got a little bit of a sewer smell.
The
stairs aren't particularly wide or anything. It's like a fairly small spiral staircase that's heading down. It's like a tight spiral staircase. You know, you're not like, you don't have to like squish yourself down to get through it, but it's, you know, it's not like you got a lot of room in this staircase. Eventually, you make your way down to the bottom of this staircase, closing the door behind you. There's another door at the end of the landing at the bottom of the stairs.
There's nothing else in this room but a door.
Correct. It's not really a room. It's more just like a landing at the bottom of the stairs, and the door is at the end of the landing.
Okay. Yep. I will continue forth. Is this door locked?
It is locked.
So many locks. Definitely hiding something. I'll take my time and undo this. I'll try to get into this door.
Okay.
I have not been using my infiltrator locks, by the way. I kept forgetting.
Okay. Make a thievery check, please. I put it in the chat.
Oh, whoops. All right. I'm gonna use my infiltrator because I keep forgetting to have them. 27.
You feel the first latch fall into place. There's more.
Multi-layer locks. What are you hiding, Doctor? We use the same one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless I have to paste it again, I'm not sure.
Critical success.
Okay. 2 more.
I feel for another. There's a 4th?
Yes.
I'm getting really heated. 31.
You open it.
Slowly open it. I'll listen first.
Okay.
If I don't hear anything, I'll go in.
Absolutely. Begin to open the door. Ahead of you, you can see what appears to be a well, it seems like some sort of hall. You open it up, and it's a very large room ahead of you. There's a landing, and it looks like recent construction. There's it's like wood floors, and there's stairs in the center kind of leading downwards, and there's what appears to be benches on various rows following the stairs leading downwards. I don't know if Malavik has ever seen anything like this. Maybe in Castrovel, maybe. But this is sort of looking like a lecture hall to you. There's there's several large wooden timbers reinforcing red brick walls, and it's like stadium seating, you know, like it follows the stairs going down towards what appears to be like a stage. And on either side of the stage, there's 2 sets of stairs leading up to the stage. And there is 2 metal tables and 2 chalkboards standing on either side of the metal tables. It almost looks like, and again, this, I don't know if Malavik knows what this is, but it almost looks like a classroom. That kind of a look, like at at the university. You would see this at the university.
I don't know why somebody would need to hide something like this underneath the manor. How big is it? Really big? It's like the
big.
whole bottom.
It's this room just by itself is probably about like just where the stairs and the benches are, probably 20 feet wide, leading like just the stairs going down another 30 feet. And then like the area with the stage is about 30 feet by 35 feet.
There's no like experimental table in the middle or nothing like that, spotlight or anything.
There's no like spotlight. You can see there's like places for torches. There's like torches and sconces around the room.
There's no experimental table, like they're making a spectacle or something. Or
there's metal tables that are like on the stage, and there's chalkboards.
Okay. Experiments, maybe.
Are you like at the top of the stairs right now?
Yeah, maybe I'll walk down a couple of stairs and just to like get a look at everything, get a view, and then I'll look towards those tables. And I start getting really kind of like upset and freaked out a little bit, because in my head I'm like, why would he have something like this? It looks like he's just expecting a large audience for something, putting us on display. Immediately what my mind would think. I would make my way down to the stage. This is the most curious part.
Okay.
Are there any? Is it just blank down here? There's no like tools or anything of suspicion?
There's nothing like on the tables or anything. No.
Are there any more doors around?
There's just some like curtains behind the stage.
I'll go back. I'll go behind there.
Okay. I'm going to need you to make a saving throw for me, please. Let me see what this is. Okay. Why can't I find him? Ooh, where'd it go? Ah, here we go. Okay. As you begin to walk towards the stage, you hear this. I need you to please make a will save.
So denied.
Okay. You hear the sound, Malavik, and there's like maybe a mechanical noise where you're like a, and you see just barely visible the sign of this, maybe some kind of gas. It was just like it's invisible, but there is maybe like a warping
Vapor.
of the air. Yeah. And you just immediately like hold your breath. And what do you do?
I'll cover him, and I'll back up. I'm not gonna go off in a rush. Now that I know that this place is trapped, I have made checks off my suspicions as the doctor being very suspicious. I believe I got what I needed. I feel like if I keep going deeper, I'm starting to forget about the others and being consumed by my own curiosity. I will turn and I will leave slowly, and there's no sense to run. It's gas.
Okay.
And then I will make my way.
I need another will save.
34.
Okay. Slowly make your way back up the lecture hall stairs towards the door that you unlocked.
Then leave the door. Close it.
Close the door.
I will not lock the door back. If someone finds this door unlocked, I want there to be suspicion. I want there to be a little chaos. There's a lot of people in this manor right now, a lot of adventurers that could be blamed for this, but then it'll stir up conversations as to why something like this is down here. I'll smirk. But first, what I would do is I would wipe the door clean of any residue or fingerprints or smut or whatever that I would have left behind, or soot, I should say. I would have left behind.
He leaves behind a trail of smut
Torn
everywhere he goes.
I had my way with that doorknob, as so many has. No, I'll wipe it clean as much as I can. That's me wiping the doorknob clean. And then I will make my way cautiously up the stairs.
Okay.
Stealth. No stealth.
Yeah, make a stealth check.
20. Oh, just like me to choose every creaky damn. I will stop at the foot of this. Wait, am I going up the stairs at this point?
Up the stairs.
Okay. I will stop at the door since I closed the door. And I will get flat up against the door and put my ear, my good ear, next to the door to see if I hear anything or if I
Into the
See any
office,
lights?
yes. You're trying to
Like-
listen like into the office.
Yes, into the office, right? I'm looking at the bottom to see if any light is creaking in and or if there's noise.
Doesn't appear to be.
Okay, I'll slip out of that door and close the door.
Try to keep it as quiet as you can, but it like makes a little clicking sound as you close the door.
Hoping that a Rostok would have my
And you
back
don't
if some-
unlock this one either, right? You don't lock this one either, right?
No.
Okay. Because you effectively picked 3 different locks to get down there.
Hmm.
Okay.
What? Yes, that door.
Because you had the door from the office into the staircase,
Mm-hmm.
then the door at the bottom of the staircase, and the door to actually get into the office.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense for me to lock that door if I want them to be suspicious. Then I will look to see. I'm sure there's light coming from the hallway, right?
Yeah, they would probably have some candelabras in the hall, so I imagine there's
Okay.
probably some flickering lights.
I will make one more pass through as walking through, just to make sure I didn't forget anything.
In the office.
Yes, in the office, because I'm making my way to the door. But before I get to the door, I'm going to put my body up against the wall and look at the light pouring in from the door to see if there's any shadows moving past it.
Okay. There does not appear to be any shadows.
I'll do one more listen. If I don't hear anything, I will slowly open the door and then try to slip out.
Okay. Rostok, are you out there?
Yes, I am. Kind of looking around. I've just been seeing if anyone has showed up or walked through the hallway during this time.
Yeah. Rostok, you probably did have someone pass by. I imagine it might have been Olvin.
And I would have just nodded and continued standing, looking around at paintings and things.
Sure.
And that's all. Wouldn't have said anything unless spoken to.
Does the Rorschach see me when I come out?
Yep.
That's okay.
I see you and then like kind of do a this.
I will lock this door. The reason why is I want people to, if someone finds out that someone was down there, I want them to guess how they got in. So, yeah, I will lock this one, or lock it back, and wipe it off as well. So I wipe off every doorknob. And it's not like I'm worried that they have a forensics sec or anything. It's more like I had touched some dirty stuff to make sure there's nothing there.
Definitely don't want to
Yeah,
leave
you
any
did.
smut behind.
Yeah. Very sticky doorknobs. Do I have to make a check to lock it or no? I mean, it's just locking the door.
Yes, absolutely. You basically have to
Alright.
do another thievery check to lock the door again.
There we go. 26.
Yeah. You find the latch again, and you kind of do everything in reverse.
After
Locking the
that,
door.
I'll wipe it and I'll see dirty doorknob. And walk up to Rastak and I say, well, Rastak, we should probably go see the others. It's getting late. We are have a big day tomorrow. And I'll lock our eyes with one of Rastak's eyes. And just go. We should go in a hurry. Say goodnight to everyone.
Done looking at these paintings anyway.
He was
Very
gone for
interesting.
like
I
a
don't-
half an hour, by the way, Rostok.
Oh yeah, no, I look visibly nervous
Uh-huh.
by this point. But yes, I don't think I could sell these ones.
And I'm like, look at him like, why would you say that? And I would we'll go back up to the others' room and see if they're there. Or I guess just say our room. I'm staying with them. I'll just knock on the door.
Which door are you knocking on?
Our room.
Well, there's a
We
few
all have
different
separate
rooms. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well, I don't
I
know.
know I have my own. I don't know if Karun is staying in mine, though.
I'll knock on Karun's first, because I know Karun never leaves their room unless they have a drug sale to make or something. So I'll knock on that door first.
It's just a terrible, terrible acrid smell. Your eyes are watering as you approach the door.
I'll cover my face. It's just Karun, open up, please. Actually, can you come out after I smell the smell?
What?
Can you come out?
What?
We're gonna talk about tomorrow's plans.
All right, I'm very busy.
But this is important. You can stop whatever you're doing.
Continue.
We're going to meet in the other room altogether, I think, Karun. Are you in a stopping
Right.
point?
Okay, maybe we fill Karun in.
That seems like a stopping point.
No, I got to do the other one.
That really seems like a stopping point.
How did you all meet Karun in the first place?
We're here.
When you're done melting your eyes.
Drip. What's your
Alright.
thing?
I just use a spicy root for that clearing of sinuses.
What are you doing?
Drugs.
Okay. Through your eyes.
It is a alteration to the snooze. If you cannot keep your eyes open, then, snooze.
But can't you just close your eyes?
Yes, it was not well thought out. I'm fine. What is your thing? Explain.
We're going to meet up with the others if you're in a good space to do so.
All right.
At least you won't need your eyes to listen. But you'll need
Proceed.
them to. Okay, follow us.
I will go with you. Just listen.
I pulled my arm out for you, yes.
Right, thank you.
I'll lead them to hopefully where RC and Yar is. I guess I'll knock on RC's door first if we all have separate rooms.
Yes, one moment, please. And you can hear the sounds of shuffling clothing. And when I pull the door open, you see that I am freshly bathed, wearing a robe.
Yes. Oh, we are I have some stuff to talk about, so we should
All right.
get
All right. I
go.
step out.
Oh, I can get Yara if you'd wish to be in here instead, Arcelia.
It's fine. And I close the door behind me.
do we all have the same room sizes? Oh. Okay.
Pretty much.
I go and knock on
You
Yara's
see-
door.
You can see that I have somehow acquired a cat in my room. You don't know whose cat it is, but there's a cat in my room.
It's totally the
Yeah.
cat. It's totally the cat that the Rostock ran into.
Oh. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, hello.
Yes, we have things to chat about for tomorrow.
Oh, very good. Yes, of course.
I step in.
How big is this room? Is it enough for all of us to be in at the same time? Or?
Yeah, it's a tight squeeze, but you can all fit in there. It's a little bit like a college, situation.
Sound won't bounce as much, I guess.
People are gonna have to sit on the floor, that kind of thing.
All right. I'll slowly close I'll be the last one in and close the door. I look at everyone. Did you find out anything from Starry Owl?
Not in particular. they didn't really have much information for us, but we just reassured our bond, so to speak, yes?
You showed your what?
A bond.
Did you speak up? Oh,
Yes.
mm-hmm.
Yes, and we managed to find the cartographer. We have the map now to take us to the Shudderwood. And fortunately, the Ayudara is marked on it. Checking in with Snowy Owl and the others, they seem to be doing well. They kept to themselves mostly over the last few days.
Good. Well, I have a lot of news. I was able to get into the targeted location. Oh, and I pull out this folder. I look at it. I say I tried to read it. I couldn't make out too much, but I read Sakawachi on this, and I slip that in between you all.
I open it.
Looks like it was dropped.
Well done, Malefic.
I'm not done. Unfortunately, I wish I was. As much as I can't stand the doctor, I didn't want to find things that were suspicious, but I did find a lot. So we could do this piece by piece, or I could just throw it on top of you.
Speak on everything, I think. Then we can look at this after.
Karun, I need your services.
You would like some schneuz?
No, absolutely not. And I will take off. I will rip a piece of my, I guess you can call it a scarf. I don't know what we would call it back then, but I will rip it off, and look at Yara and be like, and I will hand it to.
This is the one that Yara had made for you.
Yes, yeah. It saved my life. I guess. And I will give it to Karun. Oh, I need you to analyze this at your lab immediately. Smells or something for any kind of residue.
What am I analyzing?
This piece of... I rip off the piece of my scarf and give it to you. I need you to do it in a hurry before it dissipates. Don't! The whole reason why I said lab, not tongue.
Right. I will analyze it. It is a scarf.
It was in gas, so you probably need to hurry.
Yes.
Bring back to us when you find out whatever it is, and I'll fill you in on the rest of the stuff.
What kind of gas?
That's why I'm asking you.
Oh.
Yes. Don't. It's.
I will go immediately.
Dangerous. All right. Well, there's that. So I made it into the office. Quite large office, bigger than our rooms. There was a door. There was a door in the office that was locked. I got into the door. The door led to a spiral staircase that went down. It went down. Long hallway into the door. 4-layered lock on the door. Just like the door Rostock was in. Well, maybe not like it. I don't know. I don't think it was as mechanical, but it had 4-layered lock on the door that was hidden from everyone else. Behind another locked door. Very strange. I went in. There's a big area, lots of chairs. Looks like a coliseum of some sort that you would do battle in, except more tame. You do know coliseums of battle. An audience of some sort, and people would be littered around, and a spectacle in the middle, and we would fight, maybe even to the death, so to speak. But imagine that, but with tables, metal tables.
Sounds like a classroom or something.
Well, there was boards. I was going to go down and investigate, and this is where it gets weird. I stepped. There was gas. Defense mechanism of some sort. Dangerous gas. Before I got fully consumed in it, was fast enough. It's a very tricky gas. It was invisible. Could not catch it in my night vision, but there was vapors. So whatever it did, maybe a heated component, maybe shot the gas up to make it go quickly into the air and into the lungs, but I was able to get out. I left the door unlocked down there. I didn't lock it back. First of all,
And
it
there
was
was
a
nothing
4
else
lane.
that you saw?
Couldn't get down there fast enough. It was too much gas.
Ah, right.
I didn't want to be knocked out or worse.
No, of course, of course.
I did leave the door unlocked to trigger suspicion as who would be down there. I figured there's a lot of us here, not just us. If that causes chaos, someone is bound to slip up. Went up the staircase. I was able to wipe off the doorknobs, of course. Second room, I left that room unlocked as well, but I did lock back the office of the doctor to rouse suspicion amongst everyone. If the door was locked out, did the doctor leave it unlocked? Did someone else go down there? This not only this now includes staff instead of just Gatewalkers. I figure if there's talk.
That's the key.
I did check the fireplace because I was thinking we probably were looking in the wrong fireplace the whole time.
Compatriots, I have news of your rag.
That was fast.
Yes.
It was fast.
It took me a little while to understand where I had smelled it before, because my entire room smells of this. This is snooze.
Is the doctor the drug dealer?
Well, if he is, he's going to have to learn a thing or two.
You gotta stop pulling that thing out.
There's not enough room in dimension for both of us.
Just point it not towards us.
Right.
So why would the doctor have a mechanism that puts people to sleep in something that's made to be, as you said, a classroom? Also, why would it be so far underground?
And hidden.
I felt it was more like experiments being done and studied.
You said this was near the back of this lecture hall?
No,
Where was this gas?
leading down. And where was the what? The stairs or the?
No, when did the gas kick in?
Oh,
was
halfway
near
down
the
the
stairs.
stairs.
Near the stage. It was near
Oh.
the stage.
Yeah, I was trying to make my way to the stage to get a better look, and then gas
Karun,
triggered.
Yes?
would you say that snooze could be used as a anesthetic?
Certainly. It could also be used to
tables?
get you fucking high.
The tables, how long were they? Were they like the length of a body?
Longer
Or
than a
they-
body, I would say. Well, depend. And I look at it, I say, and smoke. It depends on what body is on the table. But for an average height, a bit longer. Could definitely display a body on it. And enough room for tools.
In our time speaking with the doctor and whatnot previously, do I recall any sort of discussion on him doing any surgeries or anything medical to any of the patients?
Oh, for sure.
Right.
You've all had interviews with the doctor at different points, right?
Mhm.
I don't know how many of you spoke of your deviant abilities that you have. But yes, the doctor has told you about some gatewalkers that had some like really bad ones. That like were pretty serious, like people's skin liquefying and stuff, like really crazy body horror type things.
So I get the idea that he also did surgeries and stuff and things of a nature to try to assist these people to be
Yep.
more comfortable.
Definitely.
Well, not to be an advocate for the doctor, but I do recall him discussing with me the fact that he did do surgeries on some of the patients and some of the gatewalkers who came in because they displayed some very troubling and painful issues that came up after their missing moment.
I know some whack doctors that did experiments themselves because of curiosity, saying that they're going to help someone, but yet use it for their own benefits. The doctor, when I spoke to him, seemed very curious on a lot of things, especially on Nephilims and how we operate, how our bodies are structured. I don't doubt that the doctor has intent on helping, but curiosity always seems to be the one card that's played first. Autopsies or ripping a body open to see what kind of how it functions after exposure to the gates and a missing moment.
Right. I only offer this specifically just to give insight into the situation, that I'm quite aware of the fact that he has done surgeries. I'm not sure if the rest of you are.
Understandable.
But that could be the station in which he does that.
But why hide it so deep when you are offering help? Also, why would the gas affect the room?
Yes.
The surgeon would be then too.
You would think if someone's willing, there'd be more of. Karun uses them all the time.
Well, perhaps
the tools of suck.
Perhaps the onlookers wear masks. The surgeon wears a mask.
Have we seen any masks around? Because I could probably use one.
No, but why would they have a gas trigger instead of using those devices that Karun uses? It doesn't make sense. It was more of a defense mechanism. I stepped on something not even on the stage and it triggered gas.
Yes. I mean, I don't suppose we're going to be able to figure out that reason.
Are we certain we had a missing moment at all?
What?
I mean, to say that if there's a whole house full of perception-altering schnoos, could it not be that none of us had a missing moment and that it was implanted into us, this idea?
They would have to see us before we went to the gate, I believe.
No.
Not necessarily. We all met here.
Yes, what Karun is saying is that some of our memories have been altered. It could be altered that we even walked through the Ayadara, although we have seen an Ayadara with our own eyes recently.
You have traveled to a different world, apparently, and so have I.
Yes.
I only mean to suggest that if someone is going through the trouble of creating perception-altering drugs and inflicting them upon people, it is possible that it has happened to us without our knowledge.
Karun, I don't think you're too far-fetched there. Probably trying to replicate what happened in the missing moment could be something.
At least with the food, the memory food. That did confirm some things for me on at least entering a gate and remembering things from some of the missing moment. At least for myself.
Question. Someone from the party read about Ayudara from the library here, if I remember correctly. It might have been
I think it was
Arcelia?
Roshtok.
Does anyone know if there's an Ayudara here in Lippstadt?
Did I read on that? And location of one? Yeah, okay.
I feel like someone asked
And
that, though.
to be fair, Isandin said the Shudderwood having one with the known as the Lich Gate.
Right. Presumably that's the closest one.
Yes. Yes, nothing in the city, though.
Well, I suppose... What are you going to say, Malevic?
I was going to say I wanted to continue on, but when the gas triggered, I didn't want to chance it.
Yes,
you were to be knocked out down there.
Correct choice. Yes. No one is questioning that. Well, I suppose we have a couple of things in front of us. Yes, we have. We should probably think of what we want to say to the doctor tomorrow.
We have a file on Sakawatri. Probably need to see what he wrote there.
Yes, we should look at that as well.
Let's have a look, shall we?
Indeed.
And I'll open the file so that we can all read it.
Sure.
I'll act like I read it. I'll just listen.
Yeah. Okay. Let's have a roll for this. Not for reading comprehension. I want to see what's in this.
Pull out all the shit, everyone.
So, yeah. Who wants to make the roll? This will be a perception roll, I think.
Rosh? Who has the best
I have a
perception?
14. I have a 14.
I have a
12.
13.
Yeah, you guys should do it. I'm on a
What's that,
lot of
Rosh? We
snooze.
can't hear you. Rostock, we've lost you.
Thank you. Yes,
Yes,
no,
of
I
course.
was thinking to myself, yes, I'll take a look at these.
Very good. And I will cast guidance upon you as well.
I can assist. I'll do like this is everything that has been.
Yep. Make another perception check, Malavik. Rostock and Malavik perception checks.
Yes, I
31.
am adding the effect of guidance. I need the it unpaused.
Shouldn't be
Maybe.
paused.
Oh no, there it is.
No.
Nope,
You
you're
gotta
good.
drag it into your effect.
It had a weird pop-up.
Yeah.
Okay, now. 33.
Okay.
34 with the help.
What you find in these notes is a detailed accounting of pretty much everything that has happened with Sakawachi since you have met
Holy
Sakawachi.
shit. What?
Yes. There's
Ooh.
notes on the crown of the world, and there's notes on requesting Sakawachi's assistance. Effectively, it's going to take you a while to read all this stuff. So we'll say you're going to be reading for like 20 minutes or so. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of notes here. I mean, detailing the stuff that happened with Sakawachi since you met her, since you met them, and there's a lot of stuff here. Not everything, but enough that it is like how.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, you see stuff like Sakawachi is from this region, will be invaluable in helping to navigate. Once we travel through the Lich Gate.
The handwriting. Does this remind me of the doctor's?
For sure.
Okay, that's what I wanted to see at least, is if it was directly from him or someone else's report.
And you also see a list of like supplies to gather for travel in the Crown of the World.
Does this book look like the book that I've seen in my dreams?
There is no book.
'Cause-
This is a what is effectively a folder full of notes.
Oh, right. Shit.
It's probably like one of those leather folio type things.
Mm-hmm.
Does it contain weaknesses, perceived weaknesses of Sakawachi,
No.
the human? Oh.
Oh, of course.
Contingency plans if things go awry?
And these notes, they are very specific in terms of things that, like our activities. He knew everything.
Yep.
And are there any notes on anyone else?
Let me
within our group?
rephrase. This is specifically about Sakawachi and her
Yes, okay.
and
The
her
events
companions.
happening around now.
Nothing about Snowy Owl.
What about us
Oh.
going? What about us going in the the underground area with the water and doing all that stuff?
Nope.
Has Snowy Owl been sleeping?
I mean, you checked on them about an hour ago.
They
No,
weren't
I
in
mean,
their
like
room
when we're
before.
camping and things like that. Does Snowy Owl stay awake or do they sleep?
We never saw. 'em.
They appear to be like meditating.
I see.
So, what's the last thing in the document? Is before we went into the eye. What is
Before
it?
you
The world wound.
Before
area?
you, so basically the last thing is the burrow. In the forest before you got to
With
the city of Demora.
With a captured,
Where the
travelers were.
Yes.
Where we saved Zaya.
Yep.
Zaya.
Oh.
And recalling on our adventures, when we have been about and unconscious, have we felt this being watched whilst we are awake?
Nope.
So it has only been when we've been asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Dreams.
what did you just ask?
Dreams. Our dreams.
What about the dreams?
When we have been traveling, have any of you felt any sort of a feeling of being watched while you are awake?
Yes. Well, I was awake. In Castrovel, there was we were in the cave, there was a looming, not fully visible thing, but more of a feeling watching. Yes. Intently.
The looming feeling of being watched has always been while I've been asleep.
Same.
Mine
That
has
was
been when I was
with
awake.
the creature, the clawed furred one, looming, yes? Anytime we felt that and I was able to at least look in my dreams, I saw, and it was a costume, a mask. It was not the holy being that Sakuachi at the time had mentioned.
I don't want to sound grim, but what if the doctor came across someone with a deviant power that could watch in the sleep, scry, or whatever, and found a way to manipulate that power and or uses their face as a mask? You did rip off a face for me, and I tried to sell before. What if he has some ways of doing it as well?
If he has a way to infiltrate or watch through dreams, that would track. In this file, did it mention anything about the recruitment of Sakuachi? Anything about influencing her or making contact at all?
So it would definitely have some notes on like how to communicate with Sakuachi and like effectively befriending Sakuachi for sure.
No reason why.
Nope.
Does it mention anything about, and I do not remember the name off the top of my head, their holy being that looked like this furred clawed creature?
No.
No. Conveniently left out. That is very key to their entire personhood. And
I'll scramble to the notes. Granted, I can't tell. I'll act like I know what I'm doing. And I'll say, there's normally some symbols at the top of a note or something that, so you told me about it, a date, a time. You typically write that down when you...
Journal entry times and...
Yes. Is there any there?
Yes, there would be.
I'll read them out loud.
Okay. Make a... I will take a survival check or some kind of associated lore.
He wrote the shit in code? What an ass.
It's not. It's the dates, but I'm potentially giving you more information based on this.
If it's survival,
You have your
I can do it.
esoteric, right?
Esoteric won't help you for this.
Wait, Arasha can read dates. You can...
Yes, I can. I can read very well.
Survival.
Do I see her? Do I see you struggling, Arcelia? Because I'll look at that and take over if I see.
I'm
Let's try you just
flipping.
Arcelia just read the dates out, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
it's
said-
not the survival check for the reading of the dates. I see. Well, I'll try to interpret it as best I can then.
Even though I have good survival, will not help with this.
25.
The dates don't jump out at you as particularly important in Rosh Talk.
Okay.
I would like to try something. I would like to gather the papers, stack them neatly again, and close the portfolio. And I'd like to rub my hands over them.
Okay.
And use...
Wipe away the smut.
Yes.
Please leave it. I worked really hard on it.
I caress the smudge.
It's my sweat, I guess.
And I'd like to read the psychometric resonance of the folio.
Yes. Okay. There is a significant emotional resonance here, and it is curiosity and excitement.
Oh.
What's my point?
The professor was excited about this. I'm sensing perhaps this is an experiment of its own kind.
That is part of the course for him, is it not?
Yes. Let me look at this again. I take it from you, and I'm going to use my reading glyphs. A keynote here with the reading glyph. Encrypted text causes your glyphs to turn a recognizable null symbol. So I won't be able to read it, but I will be able to tell if there's encrypted text in this.
No encrypted text.
All right.
Yeah, because he probably expected not for that thing to get out. It was in his personal stuff.
Who knows? Or there was nothing to encrypt that he cared about, but there's nothing encrypted here. No code.
When
I'd like to remind you.
When
What
did the
is-
doctor leave the manor according to the Major Domo?
It'll be 7 days now.
And would it line up with the last entry, so to speak? Perhaps he did not have time to fill it in. No, so he was still at home.
So there is a gap of time between our travels and his last. Okay. So there is a
Indeed.
time he
So-
did not take notes or did not see it.
Because
Exactly.
he's busy prepping for the gate. Did
Well-
mention about we going through the Lich Gate, which includes himself.
He may intend to join us.
Ah, my head.
What if
It's
the
a long
doctor's
day.
being
It's
slick?
been a long day. I mean,
Yes.
this is. I mean, effectively, you
It's the
guys.
most we found.
Yeah, you guys usually are like waking up 6, 7 a.m. and it's like 11 p.m. now.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to go get some snooze.
Or maybe sleep. Maybe not more of the drugs. You could just sleep, you know.
Anyway, goodbye.
Okay.
Elves don't sleep.
All
I
right.
would have snooze
there
would have done them
anything-
then.
That we need to. Because
Oh,
what?
are there any pictures inside this file of any sort?
No.
So, I guess the final thing for tomorrow is there anything that we want to touch on when we meet with the doctor? Is there anything we would like to hide? Do we wish to present as if we know nothing, or do we wish to present as though we have suspicion?
If you want my opinion, the doctor seems to slip up when he gets excited when we bring information about something that he could be used or experimented on, research that he hasn't gotten. We have a lot of that when it comes to being in the other world, or when it comes to being in near all the ley lines. We can use them as bargaining chips, but not up front, calling it a bargain. More of a tug-of-war situation with information.
So,
Yes. It's
Think
important
about-
to note also, sorry, Yara,
ahead.
is that there is a finite amount of information the professor has. Everything past this point is negotiable.
In our favor.
yes. Well, the only information that we can offer, if I mean, these notes are quite detailed. I'm sure there might be information on us as well if we are being watched in this fashion. The only thing I suppose we could offer is anything about Snowy Owl.
We leave that as our
He has
big
not seen
play.
that through our dreams.
He could have marked it, don't you?
He could have seen it through our eyes.
Maybe we shouldn't introduce Snowy Owl to the doctor right away.
No. We it might be wise as well. I know you had mentioned talking to them earlier, but asking if they noticed scrying of any kind or could remember any from when they were fully Sakuachi. This
Or if-
god Rune may know, or felt
Or if
something.
Rune has been cancelling out any
Yes.
sort of thing, putting a protection on specifically Snowy Owl, or perhaps all of us. We do not know.
Do you
That's a
think
good
we should
question.
show this file to Snowy Owl?
I
That-
believe.
I don't think so. If we show the files, Noel may bring it up. They seem like a being that doesn't have any kind of pull towards emotions. They would just say it, and then thus would know that we were in the office, and leads to a whole bunch of other things.
But we do not necessarily have to say anything. We could just prepare them. That would give them the knowledge that they need to know that the doctor really wants to speak with them for some reason, and that they have been watched.
I feel like we're
We knew
playing
we
right
were
in.
being watched already. So letting them know there was a good chance of it is not a poor idea.
I'm not
Anything,
really
it'll
against
strengthen
it.
our bond, will it not?
You just have to be careful about how much you tell them.
Agreed.
Also, we don't know the extent of Snowy Owl's powers. If they can read your mind, we have no idea. At this point, we don't know what anybody can do. We don't even know if these others were plants. None of these. I got the impression are adventurers that are here, that are gatewalkers. They're here. I still feel like they're planted, watching us, making notes of us. It's just too convenient that we got a map, information, all at once, leading us in all these different directions. We played right into their damn hands.
Do you think it might help us if we have Snowy Owl and their companions set up in a different inn somewhere?
As in not stay in the manor.
Yes. If the doctor gets back, essentially we are all under his authority. You would know where to find Snowy Owl.
I don't know. My brain hurts. Between trying to read that and the gas and... A lot of people like being right about things. I'm not that type of person, but I have a really bad feeling.
Are we able to perchance... I suppose the question is, do we want this file to disappear into our hands, or do we want to put it back?
No, we keep it. He dropped it. He could have dropped it anywhere between him and his travels. We need to have something to play against the doctor if the doctor does turn up to do something out of the ordinary. If anything, if the other Gatewalkers are true to what they say, we could bring up that we're being watched without being told. Bring some kind of conversation into the piece. I left the doors unlocked to stir up some kind of conversation already, but we may need something to play up our sleeves.
So, how about we put it in one of the bags of holding then? So it is not
Yes.
directly in our pack.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Right. Oh, Rostock, do you want to take it, or would you like for me to hold on to it?
I can, that is fine.
Good.
I have books and notes of everything else anyway. It would easily fit in. I do recall when he sent us the letter, the last correspondence we received, he did note that he would explain how he's been able to get this information on us.
Did he?
That is true.
Do you believe so? Yes.
I do not remember. I'm not remembering much.
It's
I'm
a
gonna go to
vague
bed.
memory, admittedly, but if we at least speak as though that is what he said, it already makes the assumption we know, and puts him in a position of saying, I don't want to tell you, or continuing through with it.
Or we can just mention, how did you know? He sent us a letter. We could use that as a icebreaker.
Yes. So, the last question before bed then is, do you wish for us to go and speak with Snowy Owl to find out if they are interfering somehow with being watched?
I don't think it would hurt. Wait a minute.
might be good.
Your companion that passed away, did the doctor know of that?
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you tell him?
That is
No.
part of how we were able to... Well, was it how we found? No, it wasn't how we found you, but they did know. They apologized and gave condolences, even if it was brief.
That was in a whole different world. How did the doctor know?
Well, that is a good question. Because he did know where we were going. But... And
It's
it
almost
may
like
have
it was
been...
planned for you to be there.
Possibly, yes. But if Adronis did not return with us, and he was watching on this side, it would be very apparent that we left with less than one of, or less than we came in with. That can be an easy inference.
The more I think on it, the more I just want to... I need to go take a bath. I'll see you all in the morning.
Before you go, Yara, I think we should utilize your ability to message between us. Perhaps we should indicate something, a gesture, for you to reach out. Maybe touching your nose.
More
what if-
thought language.
What if you rub your marks?
Like an itch.
Okay. At least we'll have that, I suppose.
Indeed. Alright, so, let us go speak with Snowy Owl, and then we will get some rest. Who would like to go and speak with them?
I am going to a bath. I don't do well with them in the first place. Good night.
Alright. Night.
Good night.
So, us three then?
Yes?
Yes.
Alright. You were going to say something, Arcelia?
I am unsure of whether we should do something or not. Perhaps our suspicion is not well grounded. We simply don't have any evidence other than this, which, if you recall the letter, he did mention that he's been keeping track. So it isn't completely deceitful.
No, but the multi-locked hidden lecture hall, but with metal tables that easily could be for surgeries. Why hide what you was spoken directly about, Yara? That is worrisome. It could be, perhaps, at the most generous. It is a safety mechanism if his surgeries fail and the patient lashes out with powers. And that would be the gas kicking in, but even then that still does not ring well and true.
Yes.
There is information missing. And I am not keen on it. We have many times been sent out with not enough information and underprepared. And it does line up as well with that we, I think, may be the only ones that have returned from a mission he has sent. At least from the residents here that have known of people leaving.
Yes, they're all learned people, but not ones who have gone any missions.
And the ones that do have not been seen again, which does also line up with Malavik and his previous group.
And his brother.
And his brother. We may not be directly misled, but there is definitely omissions of truth.
Indeed.
Yeah. And that in itself will not do. Let's go. And I will knock on Snowy Owl's door again.
Hold on one moment, please. Yes?
Our apologies for interfering so late. If you don't mind, could we step into your room and have a private conversation? It will be short.
From your faces, it appears to be important. Please come in.
And I will look to Yara.
Indeed. So, firstly, I want to ask, are you able to access the Sakawachi's part of you's memories?
I can ask.
Well, if you would, Snowy Owl. Does Sakawachi recall being watched in their slumber? Like their dreams were being invaded? I feel as though we had some sort of a conversation on this.
Snowy Owl closes their eyes. Yes. She
And it was-
spoke of a conversation that she had with you.
And it was only when she was asleep, yes?
Closes her eyes again. Yes.
Now, I do not mean to pry, but Snowy Owl, do you have dreams? When you go into your trances?
I do not.
And do you have any sort of, protections against, I don't know, someone trying to scry on you or do any sort of communications in sleep?
I am aware of the magic of which you speak. In the strictest of terms, Rune does. Snowy Owl does not.
See.
Are you able to ask Rune if Rune was protecting Sakawachi before you have shared from scrying specifically, especially when we got closer?
Rune says no.
No protection. Interesting.
Well, just to prepare you for the morrow, and I ask that you do not speak of this with anyone other than those who are present and within our groups. We have it on good authority that the doctor knows quite a lot about Sakawachi. In addition to us.
From the way that you speak, you believe the doctor has casted some sort of magic. To learn of this? A scrying spell, perhaps?
Perhaps. Now, to be clear, the doctor did send us a letter saying that he would explain quite a few things to us, and acknowledging the fact that he had been somehow keeping an eye on us.
And this leaves you unsettled.
Indeed. Indeed it does.
Why?
The doctor knows.
Do you not have an alliance with the doctor?
We do, but an alliance does not mean blind trust.
I see.
And there has been information we feel is left out. We do not know what, that is the problem, but his ability, however, he's doing it to watch us and make very specific details noted. It troubles me. If I I told Sakuachi of the holy being of their tribe, and how I had seen it in memories I had unlocked. But it was but a mask or a costume. I might have a suspicion this may have been him, or an agent of his, to keep an eye on us, Sakuachi, but also potentially to influence, as this was a recognizable, almost deity to Sakuachi.
And to tack on to that, what we have discovered implies very heavily that he is very interested in Sakuachi. Very interested. So, perhaps it is nothing, but we only came here to let you know, and to tell you to exercise caution.
Very well. How would you like us to proceed?
I look to you, Arcelia and Rostock.
We are here at this place at your request. Should we take residence in an inn in town, perhaps?
His servant, the house. Yes. He already knows you are here. I think at that point it does not matter. He knows that you arrived with us. If you leave, that may, if anything, draw more attention. But in the notes we had found on Sakuachi, there was no mention of Rune or you, Snowy Owl. You may be an unknown entity. You cannot scry what you do not know. So perhaps when he would have, he could not reach Sakuachi.
Interesting.
Reading the file, sorry to interrupt. Having read the file, does it seem likely that it was collected from a more personal perspective, or perhaps through us? Are there details in there about Sakuachi that we don't know?
I'm sorry, I have to do a little bit of recall here.
No, you're good.
Searching my data banks.
Pulling the files.
Yeah. I'm gonna say overall no. There might
So
be
no
like
new information.
yeah. Make me a, I will say a perception check, Arcelia.
All right. 28.
There might be like a little bit here and there that you don't remember yourself.
Mm-hmm.
A few nuanced things that you might have noticed that you don't remember talking to Sakuachi about.
All right. I'll keep that to myself for now.
Is that all then?
And
I
the
think so.
doctor returns tomorrow, you said?
He should.
Yes. Sometimes he arrives early or late.
Should
We shall see.
greet the doctor with you? Or should we make ourselves scarce from this place?
I have an idea. What if, Snowy Owl, if you would like to do this, of course, if you pretend to only be Sakuachi for now?
Very well.
That is the extent of the doctor's knowledge. And to protect both Rune and Sakuachi. Perhaps we should keep it to ourselves.
Indeed.
The question still remains. Would you like me to greet the doctor with you tomorrow? Or shall we be gone from this manor?
I think you can stay.
Indeed.
Yes, I think it would be fine. It would be more out of place if you were not here, especially if you are leaning in on the Sakuachi side.
Very well.
All right.
Thank you.
Apologies if this all ends up just being a simple misunderstanding.
Precautions are fine. Paranoia to some degree can be useful. However, be mindful of such things. They can override common sense on some occasions.
All right, well. Rostrak, did you have something to say?
No, I was just saying good. I think we are of the same page.
Yes.
Yes. Shall we go get some rest then and leave them to it?
Yeah.
Night.
Thank you for your time.
Good night.
Good night.
Well, I am going to do my nightly rituals and sleep.
Yes, I'm going to go take a bath and get some rest as well.
Rest well, everyone.
Indeed.
See you in the morning.
Good night.
Very well. You all head to sleep? Yes? Or is anybody doing
Yes.
anything else?
Sleep butt ass naked.
Karun is staying up all night, or did the snooze work?
If you sleep, go ahead and make sure you are well rested. Press the rest button at the top of your character sheets.
And as we may be going on, what is it? Our expedition starting today. We do not know when we are leaving. I will go ahead and make my preparations and cast Vital Beacon upon myself at the beginning of the day.
Okay.
I will wake up a little early and go into town with the intention of starting to prepare orders of leaving rations, cold weather clothing, gear,
Sure.
making a shopping list.
Very well.
And to check in with the group, we have climbing gear and whatnot already, I believe, yes?
Not all
I
of
think
us.
it's in
I
the
don't think.
stash. Might be in your
Very good.
group stash.
All right.
Oh yeah. If you want to open up the spaces pouches, there's the little toggle container contents icon on the left that looks like a little closed box.
Yes, my bag of holding. Oh, yours is in there, Yara.
Yeah, there's a climbing
And
kit.
I have one in mine as well, so we have two at least in the stash.
2 climbing kits.
Very good.
The climbing kits be big enough to support more than one person.
Ooh, good question. Let's
Should.
find out.
Should be at least 2. Or at the most 2. so.
It basically just includes a bunch of stuff. So 50 feet of rope, pulleys, a dozen pitons, a hammer, a grappling hook, and 1 set of crampons. Crampons are the things that you attach to the bottom of your shoes. It's like the grippers for ice.
Stab into the.
Yeah.
But in
So-
theory, we could use it, yes.
If you're going to be traveling,
Show me those grippers.
if you're going to be traveling to the crown of the world, having a set of crampons for all of your shoes is a good idea.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna go out and buy stuff too. I leave the manor without telling anyone. I went out for a jog super early. I couldn't really. I slept, but I got up at. It's not one of those
Dawn.
where you. Yeah, when you wake up and then go by to sleep, was up and wired. Probably even dreamed about the room and everything. What I went through. So I'm gonna check the store.
Yeah, no
Definitely gonna buy more furs. I kept giving mine out.
We can assume, you know, any like supplies or whatever that you want to get, like that's, you know, it's not too difficult to find. I don't really want to turn this into a shopping trip.
Yeah, of course.
But regardless, you go do some shopping in the morning. That's fine.
Between Malavik and myself, I'm sure we've helped set up the entire party.
Okay.
Yeah, well, just tell me how much gold I need to lose and
I would like to study the rag a little more.
It's just a rag. You really don't get much from it.
Is there any appreciable difference between this schnooze and the schnooze from the university?
Can't tell. It really.
Yeah, I was barely in it.
It was in its gaseous form, so you really could only get a smell from it, if anything.
Basically, I wanted to make sure it wasn't lethal.
I'd love to poke around a little bit in the manor and see if I can find some schnooze containers.
You're gonna do some investigating around the manor?
I think I would like to.
Okay. Where are you going?
I will go to wherever they were telling that they got the rag from.
Okay.
Oh.
You're gonna go to
The
the
rag is
doctor's
mine,
office and
but-
try and break in?
Yeah, it's
coming
locked.
home?
It's locked, but you can try. As every GM likes to say. I left the other doors unlocked.
You didn't tell
Not
Karun
trying
that
to.
though.
No, I did not. Well, I told the group. I don't know if Karun was there when I did say
I don't think
that.
you told the group about which doors
Yeah, I
you
did.
locked. You
He
said
did.
you.
He
You
did.
did each one. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And that was
So I
before
locked the
Karun
doctors
popped away.
and I left the other two to start conversations if they find something.
Conversation and chaos, I believe.
I just want to know where all of the schnooze is.
I understand what you want to know, but I am asking you where you go to find this.
I will go investigate where.
So she's breaking into the office. Okay.
Yes.
With all the
Right.
staff running around.
So just to be
She
clear,
goes away.
it's like 7 a.m.
Mhm.
Everybody's awake.
Mhm.
Everybody's moving around the house.
Yes.
Probably prepping for the doctor.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, like
Yes.
Cleaning
the
his
staff is
office.
cleaning up. Everybody's cleaning up, and you just make a beeline for the office.
Yes.
You get to the office door.
Mhm. Is
You
there
can see
anyone
that-
around?
Yeah, absolutely. You can see that the office door is open, and there is a maid in there cleaning.
Oh. Excuse me.
Yes, hello,
Hello. Hi. What is your name again?
Esmeralda.
Oh, right. I'm sorry,
Oh.
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda, I have a question for you. When I was upstairs, I noticed that there was appears to be a little bit of a leak. You see, I have this device here which can measure leaks of gaseous nature, and I was hoping you could just let me poke around and see where the leak is coming from, because I don't want it to become lethal. You know.
Please make a deception check.
Let's go.
That's a 24.
She's
gaseous
got maybe
leak?
old,
What do
but
you-
I'm smart.
What do you mean? Where? You said it came from, you smelled it
Well,
upstairs?
the nature of this type of gas is that it rises. So while I was upstairs, I noticed that there was a leak, and now I'm tracing it back down.
Oh,
so-
that's terrible.
It is terrible, and if you have a rag, I suggest you over your face for a little while, just in case it's.
Oh, you think it's happening now? How come you don't have a rag?
Well, because I am already on drugs, so
Excuse me?
I have a tolerance. There's a language barrier.
Oh,
You're welcome to come with me if you'd like, but it is
how-
potentially
how-
lethal, and
how
I'm
do
not
we
sure if you
find
have the
this?
same
how do we find
tolerance.
this?
Well, it's a little device I have here, and it is able to detect when it is near gas. This is an empty vial.
And you want my help with this?
you're welcome to come with if you'd like, but
Oh, yes.
I would suggest not breathing very
We
heavily.
should let everyone else know. Right
Well,
away.
I don't want to cause a panic.
But if they're being affected by the gas, they could get. What do you think it does?
Esmeralda, I have seen many situations like this before of gas leaks inside of mansions such as this. The entire staff cramming themselves trying to get to the door with panicking and crushing all of their fellow workers. It's a nightmare.
Very big house with many doors.
It does not seem that way when everyone comes in and out the same one, you know. So, don't want to cause a panic. Just give me a couple of minutes. I'd like to make sure that it is not lethal. And I will tell you, where will you be waiting?
I want to go with you.
All right, then you can come along with me. What is Esmeralda an elf?
No, Esmeralda is a human.
Oh. Well, you can come if you want, but, you know.
Yes, I want to make sure everyone is all right. I don't want anybody to get hurt.
Ugh. All right. Come along then.
Should we
Just
quietly
going
let
along.
everyone know? I think.
No.
What about
Just,
your friends? I don't want anyone to smell this gas.
you are breathing and it is interrupting the device. Please stop it. No wheezing either. Esmeralda, you are 147 years old. I cannot stand the stench
Not
of
a
elderly.
day over 73.
Oh, right, you are
My
human.
birthday
Sorry.
yesterday. No one gave me a present.
Oh, you are a baby, huh? All right. Just going to keep going further and further in.
You just to be clear, you're in the office of the doctor.
As far as I can get with looking for gas leaks or
Sure.
where the gas could be dispensed from.
Yeah. I mean, it's the doctor's office that you're in right now. This is like a
Alright.
study.
Great. Then I will. Would it help if I pounded an eagle eye elixir? Could I?
I mean, I don't know what you're trying to do here.
I'm trying to find where the gas is stored so that I can steal some.
Sure.
I'm trying to steal drugs.
Okay.
All right.
From what
and
Malavik said, it was like down in the lab.
all right, then that's where I need to go.
Okay.
So I will go that way.
Do you know where to go?
I will. No,
Yeah. Okay.
but I will keep walking around until I find it.
That's what I'm getting at. Like, how do you know? How do you, like, where he talked about the lab, but like he didn't say anything about like how to get there. Yeah.
All right. Then I will pound an eagle eye elixir.
Okay.
How do
yeah.
I affect it?
To recall, all I said was there was a door,
just-
stairs, door. And that was it.
Yeah, he gave you like no information about like where you have to go. So like you can
Alright.
you can drag that effect onto either your token
it. Yeah,
or
I
onto
got
the
it. I
effects
got
page.
it.
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah, and just give me a perception check, I guess.
All right. 32.
Yeah. So first off, it doesn't seem like there's any gas or anything in here. There is evidence around the room that the doctor is clearly an alchemist, which you probably knew. He's not as accomplished as you are, though, probably.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Although if he is
Mansion.
trying to become a competitor in the illegal drugs
Yeah.
market, then one of us will have to die.
Yeah, but there's obviously there's a door in the back part of this office.
Yes.
But otherwise,
I will try to open the door with my little
I'm sorry, you can't go down there.
Esmeralda. It is of utmost importance. Somebody could die. Could you open this for me, please?
Please give me a deception check again.
I will give you a deception check. It's a 26.
I'm sorry, the doctor's instructions were very clear. You cannot go down to the
How do you know
lab.
the doctor is not in there right now, sprawled underground, dead from a gas leak?
Because Ulden did not announce his return, and he would have.
You are sure of that?
Yes. Very
You
sure.
are quite sure of that?
Yes.
You said there are many doors. Could he not have gone through a different one?
The doctor would not do this.
He could. He could have.
He could
Perhaps
have.
he went out to the brothel.
He would not do this.
Perhaps he brought a brothel girl.
And besides, I do not have the key to go down into the office.
That's what I needed to know. All right, fine. Well, where can I find the key?
The doctor has it?
Is this the only key? That seems very undoctor-like. I'm sure he has a spare.
I do not have a key. I do
So
not
if the
know
doctor is
who-
at the brothel and drops the key somewhere, he's just forever fucked from not being able to go into his office?
Oh my.
Sorry, there's a language barrier.
I am not under the impression that the doctor has such proclivities, but he has been
He
known
wouldn't
to...
tell you, Esmeralda.
This is all very confusing. Shouldn't we let your friends know about the gas?
Well, I cannot
I'm getting
decide.
worried.
I cannot determine whether or not there's a gas leak until I can get in that room over there.
And
Is
I
there another
cannot let
room?
you into that room because I
Well,
do not have a key, and
you're all
the
right.
doctor has not returned yet, and he left specific
fine.
instructions not to go
Okay.
downstairs.
Esmeralda, is there another room, perhaps? A different one? I know that there's gas here somewhere.
I do not understand. There are many rooms in this place.
Yeah, from this room that we are in right now, look around you. Is there another room here that we cannot easily see? Perhaps a secret room?
No.
Can I see if she's lying? Is she lying to me?
She looks extremely confused and upset.
Well, she is elderly.
Yeah, that's the problem.
All right. Is there a secret room here? Did I find that with the perception check? Is it possible?
There's an obvious door that's here.
There's an obvious door and that is all. There's
Yeah.
no other secret room. All right, Esmeralda. How much do you make in a year?
What?
How much do you make money in a year?
The doctor takes care of...
Yeah, yes. But how much money do you make in a year?
I'm not going to share that with you. Why
Why
would
not?
I?
Why wouldn't you?
How much do you make in a year?
Well, it varies quite wildly because I am self-employed.
I'm getting very uncomfortable with this conversation. I don't believe that there is
understand.
some gas leak. You
I would
seem
like
very
to offer
intrigued
to
about the
hire
doctor's
you. I would like
office.
to offer to hire you. I would
I'm
like
sorry,
to offer
I
to
can't
hire
allow
you.
you to be in here anymore. You're going to have to
Well, hang
leave.
on, Esmeralda, hang on. Wait 1 minute.
You're
all
going
right.
to have to leave the office.
I have the deal of a lifetime for you,
I
Esmeralda.
don't care. I'm going to contact Ulvin. I don't like what's happening now.
You're
Ulvin!
not contacting anyone, Esmeralda.
Make an intimidation check, please.
Ulvin! Ulvin!
All right, I'm sorry. It was a joke. I'll put it away.
You hear whoever is in the manor, by the way, you can hear someone screaming for Ulvin, bloody murder.
Thank God I'm not in the
I would just like to try the door for the place inside.
Sure. You rush over to the door and she tries to get in front of you.
Well,
Please.
she just left though. I thought she was leaving.
No, she's yelling for Ulvin. She's not
she's
leaving
still
you in
there.
the office by yourself. No way.
All right. Well, right.
I mean,
They're
she's yelling
she's
for
a tiny
Ulvin. You're
little
just
human. I'll just
you're
put
just
her head
okay.
a little further away and just continue.
You're
jiggling
gonna
the
just
door.
try the door and push her away.
Just
Okay.
gently.
Yeah, sure. Make an athletics check. It's not particularly difficult.
Well, it could be.
And it will be hilarious if that's
It's
the
a
case.
14.
She has martial art training.
It's actually kind of
no whack. No whack.
It's actually kind of
No.
difficult to push
No,
her out
I'm
of the
not
way.
getting beat up by an old lady. No, no,
The
no.
most sturdy old lady.
Stop it.
She's got some old lady strength. She's got some old lady strength. You do manage to push her away, out of the way.
Good.
She's screaming for
I don't want to
Ulvin.
have to kill an old woman today, Wack.
I feel like you kind of do, if I'm going to be
I kind of
honest.
want to.
I kind of feel like you want to.
Oh my god, you kill her from the push? Oh shit.
So no, you're just kind of shoving. Ulvin! And you reach for the door. The doorknob opens.
Oh, it is not locked at all. Why were you making such a fuss, lady?
It's supposed to be locked. I don't know why it's not locked. Regardless, the doctor left instructions. Open!
All right, well, you
Shortly
wait right here. I'll be right back.
thereafter, you hear someone rushing towards the room.
Thank God. Olvin, you are here, yes?
Esmeralda, what is the problem?
She was trying to get into the doctor's laboratory, and she made up some sort of nonsense about a gas leak.
There is a gas leak, by the way. You should be very careful.
She's been
Olvin.
very rough, and she's been pushing me and telling me things.
She walked into me. It was complicated. Okay, it is not important. If you are
going to have
a
to
heavy
ask you
breather,
to leave the room,
I understand.
please.
I understand. But if you are a heavy breather, just try to keep it down because there is a gas leak.
Please make a deception check. Ultra difficult.
25?
Ulvin doesn't look like he's buying any of it. He says,
I'm going to need you to come with me.
Is there any clear escape route out of this place? Could I leap
There's a
through
window.
a window?
yeah.
I will leap through a window.
There's like a balcony there. This is on the first floor, though. There's like a little raised balcony off of the ground outside. You leap
Yes.
through the window. Just
I
like
leap through the window.
you just like hold your arms up and just leap through the window.
I won't be going down here and with a gas leak with all of you people. Goodbye.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, give me an acrobatics check.
Are you sure it could not be another check? Perhaps,
It sounds like acrobatics.
it's a 10.
Smash right into it's like not there's no movie there's no like sound like stunt people setting up explosions at the bottom of the glass to make it shatter for you. It's way sturdier than you're expecting. Oh,
Hang on. I would like to try again.
you stumble back.
11.
Oosh.
Oh. Ouch.
I think she's trying to jump through the window.
No. I was
It
testing the
does
window
appear
to
to
see if
be
we could
that.
open it because of the gas leak. It's not
Seems-
important. It's not important.
It is a leaded window. It is not.
I understand that now. I understand it now. Ow.
What are you doing?
There's a gas leak. Can you not hear me? There's a gas leak,
You
and I'm
didn't
in.
seem very scared about the gas leak before you arrived.
I've been telling this woman about the gas leak for the last 20 minutes, and she has understood so very little of what I've had to say. So please,
Because it doesn't
Ulrich,
make any sense. It's
she is old.
Very strange.
For a human. She is a baby for an elf. Ulrich, can you explain to her that the gas leak is a
name
very
is
dangerous
Ulvin.
thing? Ulvin? Explain that it is a very dangerous thing?
A gas leak is a very dangerous thing, but I do not sense or smell any gas.
It is because you are not elven that you don't sense this.
the whole conversation has been very strange. She's very terrifying.
I
She
have
pulled out some sort of weapon.
No, it's a vial.
No, she had some sort of mechanical device. I've never seen
Oh.
anything like it before.
This.
Ah!
Yes, it is a tool that alchemists use sometimes to test whether or not that people will comply with gas leaks.
I'm going to need you to come with me.
All right, I'll go with you. That's fine. I will try to jump through the window again. 14.
Again, thud.
Right, I'll go with you.
Yeah, I think after 3 attempts, I gotta give you some damage on that one too.
Yeah, that's fine.
You take 3 damage.
Okay.
While all of this is happening, Arashtak and Yara are in the kitchen making preparations for our journey. And
There's a commotion. I mean, shit. Like people are talking about something crazy happening. Like you heard somebody yelling for Ulvin and help.
we look at each other.
I'm still out shopping. I'm not here.
Nope, I meet up with Arcia. Oh, fancy, yeah.
Do we wish to? Should we involve ourselves?
I wouldn't want this food to burn.
Oh, that would be tragic.
Be very tragic. Yes, I think we should keep this.
I think I just heard Karun yelling, though.
More reason for this not to burn. Karun is capable.
Yes, she is.
So, yes, I am.
Why do I feel like a bad person if I leave the situation to handle itself?
That is what Karun usually wishes.
To handle everything on their own? But what about the whole conversation of we are there for you no matter what, and you...
That is true.
You matter.
I mean, that is true.
I suppose I should go check.
Would you like me to join you?
If you would like. It might be good.
Yes, how cool is I prestidigitation to cool down whatever I've been working on so it doesn't burn, and then take it off the fire.
Sure.
Those are going to be good pancakes.
Oh, God. All right. Then we make our way over
Toward the
to the
screaming.
commotion.
Sure. You see Karun sort of like being led by Ulvin out of the doctor's office, and Esmeralda, one of the maid cleaning staff that is still employed here at the manor, sort of exclaiming,
I don't know what's wrong with her. She just is making such a fuss about some sort of gas leak, and she tried to get into the doctor's laboratory, and there was all sorts of problems. I'm not quite sure what is wrong with her. Perhaps it is one of those things that the doctors talked about with some of the Gatewalkers.
Is everything all right? We heard a lot of screaming while we were in the kitchen.
What did you say? Go back to the last thing you said. What did you say?
There was a confrontation in the doctor's office. She was trying to get inside the laboratory.
You said the thing about the Gatewalkers. What was that thing you said from before?
Some of the Gatewalkers have had many problems.
Like what?
I don't know. The doctor just mentioned some of them needing serious assistance and medical help.
In what way? In what way?
I don't know. See what I mean? She has been very
Karun, darling,
difficult.
are you on drugs right now?
No, yes, well, always, but this is...
She said she was on drugs.
I look over to Ulvin and to Esmeralda, and I'm like... I just kind of shrug and imply that, she's on drugs.
I do not see how that affects the problem that we are currently facing.
This woman spent 25 minutes in a gas leak room. You don't think she is also on drugs?
She has tried to break into the doctor's laboratory.
It's not breaking in.
She is a very curious creature, especially when on drugs.
Broke nothing,
I mean, she's an
actually.
alchemist. Which...
I don't know if she broke the lock, but the door was unlocked down to the doctor's laboratory.
That does imply not breaking in, though.
I said several times that the doctor wished that no one would enter the laboratory while he was gone.
Oh, Karoon. So here's the thing. When you say things like that, it's like dangling a carrot in front of her. She's very curious. She's a scientist.
I am a scientist.
That is peculiar, but it still does not provide an excuse for someone behaving erratically and frankly quite badly. She threatened us with a weapon.
It's not a weapon. It's not a weapon. It's a tool. It's a very normal tool.
I have seen guns before.
All right. Well, you have not seen gun like this one before.
There are several people from the university that have showcased several weapons. I considered purchasing one at the behest of the doctor to protect the manor.
Really? Would you like some help with that?
Ulvin, how would you like to handle this? Is there anything that I can do to take Karoon off of your hands and make this situation better?
Please make a diplomacy check, RC. Yara.
Birds of a feather, I get it. Let us see here. You said diplomacy, yes?
Yes.
Would I be able to guide myself?
I don't know. Is there a visual component to you casting guidance?
Yes, probably. All right, I won't do that. Never mind. 34.
The doctor is supposed to return today. I ask that you keep her away from the laboratory.
Indeed.
If I find Karoon near the laboratory again, or the doctor's office, I'm afraid I would have to impose a harsher restriction.
Of course. Again, apologies, Ulvin, apologies. What was your name, Mum?
Esmeralda.
We
She
are...
says her name is Esmeralda. I have my doubts.
She's
we
crazy.
Are very...
I don't know what's wrong with this one. I'm sorry.
We will handle it. We will handle it. I am so
Please.
sorry. Oh, goodness. All right, Karoon, let us get out of here, yes? Perhaps we go for a walk. Would you like to go for a walk outside? Get some fresh air.
Yes, away from
this
the gas leak.
Yes.
Bong.
Excuse me. It appears someone is at the door.
Very well.
Ulvin watches you and says,
Please. Away from the office and away from the laboratory.
Understood
orifice?
clearly. Karoon, let us go upstairs for now.
Right.
Come, darling.
I will go prepare foods again. That's where I will return to.
Malavik, Arcelia, returning from your trip, you can see a coach outside Ritalson Manor. You recognize this coach. You have ridden in a coach just like this before.
Looks like
Night.
we're right on time.
This time I was actually purchasing the furs. I did. Oh. There goes my morning goodness. Let's hope the others haven't created any kind of disturbance in already. For what's about to go down.
Hey, and I will reach forward and grab you by the elbow to turn you towards me. Doing all right?
I don't know, I got up very early this morning. Went for a jog near the lake, and there's just too many things, too many questions that I can't pin answers to. Unlike others, I don't like to be suspicious of things. I like to be sure. Typically, my investigations end up with someone dead. I don't trust him. I just don't.
that
recognize the
we-
doctor now making his way up the stairs towards the front door of Ritalson Manor.
Yep, that's
He's accompanied
him.
by four other people, dressed, kind of plainly. And you see the front door opening and Olvin greeting the doctor.
Look, we'll get answers one way or another, all right? You aren't alone. We all share the same suspicion.
Yes. I'll just follow your lead. Should we walk in after he goes in?
Let's just go.
All right. I will follow up and catch up. I'll let her go first, and then I'll take a deep breath and then walk behind her and then end up beside her as we go up the stairs.
You can see just inside the main entrance, you can see Olvin kind of like greeting the doctor, and as you approach the stairs, you can see two of the four people around the doctor looking at you as you are making your way up the stairs. They speak to the doctor, and the doctor turns and sees you, Malavik and Arcelia. Ah, hello. Welcome back.
I look at Arcelia. I just look towards Arcelia. And I don't make eye contact with the doctor. I kind of look past him. You know that trick that you do in interviews where you look past the person interviewing you instead of at them? That's what I do.
Doctor,
Arcelia.
glad to see you have made it back in one piece.
Yes. Excuse my appearance. We have been traveling.
Yes, of course. Please don't let us interrupt your settling back in. We were just gathering some supplies.
Of course. Malavik. It's been some time. Welcome back.
Yes.
I have
Back
much.
in one.
I have much to speak about. Many things with you. Your brother included. Please, give me some time to clean up. I would love to have a conversation with all of you.
Of course.
Ulvin, if you could please get my things. I'm going to clean up. And Albert, if you could be so kind as to prepare the office. And if you don't mind, if you could let the others know.
Yes.
Perhaps maybe 10, 15 minutes. We can meet down at my office.
Down in your office. Where should we meet you there? I mean, what office? Where?
Just outside my office.
And where's that?
You have been there before, Mallory.
If you knew where I've been. Unless you do know where I've been.
Of course. And he puts a like a hand on your shoulder and says, of course.
I tense all muscles.
Yeah, of course. I'm sorry. I am excited to see you all. I cannot wait to hear all that has happened.
So where's this office you speak of? So we can get everyone ready to meet you there.
Down the stairs. It's on this floor, down the hall there.
Doctor, we had a problem with your office, and
I look to Arcelia.
I reach over and I squeeze your elbow.
we had a problem with your office.
Problem? Is everyone alright?
Yes, Doctor, but there was an issue with one of the Gatewalkers.
Is everyone alright?
Yes, Everyone is fine.
That is the most concerning thing. Very well. We shall talk and walk. Come.
You mentioned trouble with Gatewalkers. I couldn't help but hear. Who was it? Just wanted to make sure it wasn't one of ours.
Olvin kind of looks at the doctor, and the doctor says, well, out with it.
Karun. Apparently, she was creating a commotion in the office, trying to get down to your laboratory.
I turn my whole body towards her. I say, I'm pissed. And I'm like, that's a
Arcelia,
shame.
you get the wave of emotions, like, even without the ley line being nearby.
I should deliver these now. Sorry for the interruption. And I walk off.
Is there anything that you'd like me to do? I am sorry for any inconvenience.
As it stands right now, I have... I suppose no one was hurt, but there was a commotion. Perhaps speaking with your colleague is good.
Yes, we shall have a conversation with Karun. Now, if you'll excuse me, I wish to clean up. We shall have a conversation. Yes?
Yes, very well. We'll see you soon.
Very good. All right. Ulvin, if you could please brief me on everything.
I begin to head towards where I think I can find everyone else.
Oh, you would hear a commotion in Yara's room. Karun, hold still, please, darling.
I don't even knock. I kick open the door. Or do I need to make a check?
No, you can do it. Absolutely.
The door's open, yes.
Oh, the door is open?
It's
the
like
door.
slightly ajar because I feel
I'll
like we would come in here in a rush, to be honest.
I kick it open. What have you done?
You are referring to me or to...
You always don't know how to just stop, do you, Karun?
Me?
Yes.
Yes. No. What?
What have you done? You have put suspicion on us. I go to get information to protect us, and you go in there and cause a ruckus. The doctor is here, and he knows of your insolence.
Malevich, darling. Now is not the time to be tearing apart.
It is the time.
No,
I have put up with this for far too long, Karun. I think your genius is amazing. It's quite inspirational, but sometimes you have to take a back seat and stop and think. This could cause danger for us all and all the information that we have. Do you know they want to have a conversation with you now?
Yes,
They're going to be doing digging.
It could be very dangerous.
Malevich?
How did you kill your companion, Karun? Did you ask?
Now is not the time, Malevich.
Which one?
There have been more. Good to know. And I'll shove the supplies in Narcia's hand. I'm going to stand out at the balcony, clear my head.
Anyway.
Is everyone all right?
Yes, I just was finishing up some breakfast for us.
How did you get these bruises, Karun? What happened?
I don't want to talk about it.
All right.
It's fine. It won't happen again. Unless I have to make another athletics check.
A what?
What? Nothing. Don't
Is it
worry
all right
about
if
it.
I set these on the bed, Yara?
Yes, please do. Please do.
And I drop the supplies down as neatly as I can.
I start transferring them into the bag of holding.
And I'll just finish applying some salves to Karun's bruises if she allows me.
Of course.
All right.
The doctor has arrived. And and will be seeking an audience with us in about 10-15 minutes.
Good. So he is also a drug kingpin. We're all in agreement here, yes?
No.
There could be other reasons that perhaps this.
That perhaps he has an
possessed.
industrial quantity of schnooze below his house? That is a normal thing to have, an illegal drug in extraordinarily large quantities. Just in your basement? Of course he is drug kingpin. Why else would someone have this much schnooze?
To put patients to sleep.
Yeah, of course, for money. That's drug kingpin. That's what that means.
Every time Karun says this, by the way, we get like a quick cut to her room where it's just like a drug lab in there.
So, yes, but also it is of a much greater quantity than I could produce on my own. He must have helpers, I would think. Yes.
I think that these are all valid questions that we can ask the professor.
Indeed. But are you all right, Karun? They did not hurt you?
No, I'm fine.
All right. Manavik, we'll just need a moment. I understand the frustration as we've been trying to be discreet. But we need to present a united front in this moment. We cannot shatter.
I think I will go try to calm him down.
Yes.
Could one of you go seek out Snowy Owl?
Yes. I can do that.
Right.
Where would you like for us to meet?
We should just meet in his office in about 20 minutes.
All right. I'll gather them. And you are sure you are all right, Karun?
Oh, yes.
Can I try and see if Karun is lying to me?
Yeah, make a perception check. Karun.
Oh, fuck.
That is a 30.
Yeah, so
Karun is always lying to you.
so you don't. So you actually, because Yara took the initiative here, I think what we'll do is saying you don't have to make a check for this. There's no like opposed check.
Right.
Yeah, what it is whatever your modifier is for your deception. So plus 10. So the difficulty is effectively 20. So yeah,
she smashed it
This
anyway.
is a critical.
so this is a crit.
Yeah.
So you tell.
Karun is always lying when you answer that question.
And it seems as though they are quite hurt by the outburst, I would assume.
Karun will never let you know, but probably.
I give a soft glance to you. And I will pat you on the shoulder. All right. I will go and fetch them. I'll see you downstairs, all right?
Yes.
It is okay, Karun.
Do you want any snooze?
No, I do
You
not
sure?
have.
Good price.
That is okay. That is also the reason why you are having issues right now, Karun.
Because of the snooze or because of all of the other things around the snooze? Like the dealing of snooze?
Probably that one, I think. But
Oh.
maybe the no, probably not it on its own. I suppose you are an alchemist. It would be expected. But yes, the dealings around it. I think you need more discretion, Karun.
It's not a bad idea. Perhaps
I do
better
not.
disguise.
I mean, maybe don't do these things in sight.
Yes.
I have
Out
no
of sight.
judgments on you for what you are doing. It would be hypocritical of me. I semi-regularly make sacrifices to my patron, the
Yeah.
mosquito witch. But
And she loves you for it.
yes, she does. But I also do not wish to do that around others, as it is not a pleasant experience for them. I worried Malavik when he had found me one of the times.
Well, maybe you just need better friends.
I thought I had them.
Well, I don't mind.
I appreciate that, but I think maybe... you understand what I mean?
Oh, yes.
We have mentioned that we have your back, remember? But remember, you also need to have ours.
Of course. Always.
What had happened if you had been arrested the previous day?
Which day?
Perhaps that is precisely what I mean, Varun.
Yeah, that is probably what you mean, huh? Well...
If... do you realize what that could do to us, too?
I will do everything I can not to get arrested.
I trust you, Karun, but don't lose others. Your actions are not always yours when you're in a group.
That is a fair point, Lizard.
I will start heading toward the office if you'd like to join me, unless you have something else.
I'll be with you.
And he does one of these, like, awkward pats on your shoulder and walks out of the room.
I follow the lizard. And I take an aggrieved glance over my shoulder towards the balcony as I do.
Malavik.
I think you'll notice. I made the check. Malavik, I have grabbed the banister or
Yeah.
what else
like
would you call it?
stone.
Banister.
Yeah.
And I have gripped it so tight, maybe even see scorch marks from flame or heat, that I have not had any fire for a while. Maybe I just reached an emotion of anger that I have not tapped in a long time.
Malavik.
Why won't she listen? Why does she always have to go the extra mile for things?
Hey.
Could have put everyone in danger.
I put a hand on your shoulder. Malavik.
Sorry, I lost myself.
It's alright to lose yourself time and time. But right now, we have a job to do.
So much riding on this moment. I've been waiting to be in front of him, and the last thing I needed was to be worked up. I can't even think straight. All I see is fire.
Hey. And I will attempt to put hands on either side of your face.
It's not just Karun, Arcia. This place. It's been weighing down on me.
Hey, look at me. Take a deep breath in, alright? Don't think about anything else right now. Just me, just you. Breathe in. Breathe out.
How will I hold back? One wrong thing. I have dreamed of these moments of being in front of the doctor. Just one quick snap is all it takes. I've sheltered these emotions for far too long, but seeing him just rout something up, his smile, there's something behind it, Arcia. I'm telling you, it's not right.
Now is the time we will get answers.
He's very smart, I see. He fucks with your head. I should not trust him.
You don't have to trust him. But we do have to ask questions, and he has promised us answers. Let's start there, shall we?
I bite back. Yes. And I think when I look into your eyes, the red of my eyes become a little bit more vivid. Let's go forth. Oh, look. Here he comes.
All right, Ulven has updated me. Please, there is much to talk about. The other Gatewalkers have also been summoned. We can go down into the lab. There's more room. We have a lecture hall down there. We can speak in.
I look at the others. I side-eye.
You would just see me nodding, but maybe slightly turning toward you because I can't be subtle.
Snowy Owl is here with us, correct?
Yes.
Where's
Snowy Owl and Denigi.
Right this way, Sakwachi.
We do not have everyone with us.
I believe Karun needs a moment.
They need to be here.
Karun would be.
Karun was right.
Yeah, Karun would be with you.
Yeah, Karun came with me.
I am here. You can start whenever you want. I guess now it's okay to go down to the lab.
Doctor, we have many questions for you.
Yes, I have them as well. A lot to come back to. All right. Please, let's head down to the lab. You'll notice that one of the doctor's guards that you heard about sort of leans over and whispers to the doctor. Doctor nods his head and says something back. And then, all right, please.
Could I try to eavesdrop it?
Sure. Make a perception check.
27.
Didn't hear. It was whispered, and they were like right next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Albert he leads the way, and you can see like the doctor opens up the office, the door in the back of the office, and Albert begins to walk downstairs. You all, if you're all following, you start walking downstairs. This is it's a small spiral staircase. It's enough room that you don't have to like hunch over or anything, but it's kind of small. It's only like 5 feet wide or so, and you begin to walk down the stairs. Albert and the doctor leading the way. They open the door at the bottom of the stairs, and once they do, beyond you can see a what appears to be like a lecture hall. Stairs leading down the center with benches sort of on landings leading all the way down, as you might see like in a college classroom. At the bottom, you see there's another landing with stairs on either side, and then a stage where the stairs go up to. There are 2 metal tables, maybe 6 or 7 feet long each, and there are blackboards on either side. They light the torches kind of on the sides of the benches as the doctor motions, "Please, have a seat." Yes, I wanted to speak with all of you.
While he's starting, I'm going to walk down to the same spot I was at that night.
Okay. The doctor and Albert went first, just to be clear. They went down there. Nothing seemed to happen.
So they already passed the threshold.
Okay, then I will take that as a cue, and then I'll look towards you all.
Yes, it sounds good.
I will stay close to Sakuachi in a protective way.
Sure.
And I would like to make sure I am positioned at a spot where I can see all of my companions quite clearly.
Okay. So the benches are probably like 10 feet wide or so. So you could probably fit like 2 per side, per bench. There's a total of 10 of these benches.
I have my hatchet on me. I do not have my axe.
Okay.
Which is hanging from my hip.
No worries. The other Gatewalkers are here as well. So I send in Lunja, Takuzo, and Wacksteven.
Ooh, I don't think I like that.
Okay.
Because he said he wanted to talk to us.
He
and I
did
didn't
say
know.
the others as
He
well.
said
told
everyone.
you. He said it several times.
I know what he said,
Yeah.
but it's what I heard.
Right. The doctor gets up on the stage. The guards are there as well. And the doctor says, "Quite a journey we have all been through, yes? I am eager to hear about all of your journeys and everything that has happened. I have been conducting various interviews with the other Gatewalkers that have come through. It has been enlightening, to say the least. There are many Gatewalkers that have come through this place that have many troubles. People that have horrific disfigurements. Some of them have gifts, much like yourselves. Wacksteven, Takuzo, Lunja, Ayasandin. I am sorry that I could not speak with you before I left on my most recent outing. Malevich, Asilia, Yara, Parun, Rashtak, and now Sakuachi. I am glad that you are all here. It has been a long time coming. And from what I understand, you have been quite prolific in your investigations. This is... Well, I am not surprised. You have been some of the best investigators out of all of the Gatewalkers that have been through here. I'm hoping that we can learn a lot from each other. I have so much that I have learned myself. Well, let us begin. As he says this, he makes a small gesture with his foot. You all hear,
I'm going to cover my face because I know exactly where it's coming from.
We had preemptive knowledge of this, so I feel as though I would do the same.
I'm holding my breath.
yeah, I need you all to still make a will save for me, please.
Yes.
You get any bonuses? Do I get any bonuses?
You do. You do.
Okay.
He's a hero point.
I am re-rolling.
This is an inhaled threat, yes?
Yes.
All right, good. If I succeed, it is a critical success.
Okay.
Because I have breath control as I can hold my breath.
And
Like
I
some-
have Master Will. I am unsure if a 23 is a success. I doubt it, but
I also
would
have Master Will,
I'm
so mine
re-rolling
counts as a
that.
crit.
I'm re-rolling my 23.
Before I reroll, I want to know what bonus I get. I mentioned bonus I get.
Oh, that's true. I guess I didn't.
I'm
if
not
it's a
telling you.
success.
yes.
Oh, that's fine.
We do know if it's a success before choosing to re-roll, though. Yes.
Good question. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
That I've ever been sure on, actually, in 71 episodes.
Hold on. That's a good question. Let me
Thank
see.
you. Because
'Cause
I have
this-
a couple of things I'll
The
do
re-rolls were for
instead, if so.
failures.
Yeah, this is
Or low rolls.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
technically not a secret roll, I think. So
Mm-hmm.
Malavik, I will say that you have a +2 on this.
We can't tell if it's a success or not.
I'm checking. Hold on.
Oh, okay. So 24.
Let me see what it says on hero points. Spend your hero point even if you're unable to act, which reroll a check. I imagine you can do it after you find out, because it doesn't.
Right.
Yeah. Because it says that you're able to do it. It's not an action.
Yeah, even if you can't
Makes
act, if
sense,
you're
'cause it's
incapacitated.
It's a cost anyway.
So Malavik, you are failing right now. Yara, you're also failing.
Okay.
I have
That's a
already used my hero points. so I fail.
31 then.
Okay.
I believe I'm also failing. Yes.
Yes,
that's
you
in
are
rolls
also
right.
failing.
I do have my feet. This now I do realize, and this is after the fact, so you may veto it before I use a hero point. It says you're about to attempt a skill check. I'm trying to remember the skill. but
I don't think you can use that because this one is a proactive one.
I see.
Reactive,
Okay.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes, and this would count. Would this count as a skill check? I also
this
have.
is a
Let's try
saving
that
throw.
again. So I would assume not. Yes.
This
All
is a
right.
saving throw.
Very good. All right. I'm re-rolling with my hero point. A 29.
That is a success.
That is a crit success then.
Yes.
Due to breath control.
Okay.
Mine is
So,
also a crit success.
I gotta roll for Karun.
She's probably like,
If only I had cast
Yeah.
protection on us before we went in.
It's funny, but Karun has taken such a proactive stance on the lethargy poison. I'm giving her a bonus.
Oh yeah, I was gonna
Because
say she's
just-
probably.
she's
makes
constantly been trying it and like
poured in her
testing
eyes.
it.
She's-
Yeah, when I
Oh.
saw what it was, I started laughing so hard.
That's,
Okay.
Oh, she breathes in intentionally.
The luck that was the thing that happened because it was all luck. I came up with the thing on the spot. I was like, yeah, it's lethargy poison. You know, when she was trying to find it.
oh, wow.
Okay. So she's got a +2 circumstance. I'm just gonna add it. Whatever.
Oof.
That's a natural one. Let's.
Doesn't matter at all.
I'm gonna spend a hero point for her.
Yeah.
Yes, I would assume that she would as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You never
Much
know.
better.
You never know. You really
she'd be
never
like,
know. I'm
I will
just
take
like,
in all the
yeah.
smoke.
Okay, Yara, you fall asleep.
Yes, I look to you all, and my eyes begin to close rapidly. They flutter as I slam downward.
The Gatewalkers fall asleep.
What about Snowy Owl?
Snowy Owl, I get to make a check for. Where is it? It is this hotkey bar. Yes. Okay. Nope, that's actions. I want conditions. Where are the conditions? There we go. Okay. Okay, Snowy Owl. You said to act as Sakawachi. Thank you for that. Snowy Owl, aka Sakawachi, is still awake. And
It'd be awesome if she acted like she was almost like
as the doctor says this, you can see the gas sort of like spread around on where the seats are. I mean, you can't see it; it's invisible.
Yeah.
But you all like cover up at Malavic's sort of motions, and you can hear this. The doctor's just kind of staring at you. Unfortunate. I suppose I will need the custodemons as well. And as he says this, the curtains behind the doctor open up, and you see two large demonic creatures behind him.
Oh,